In today's lesson, I am discussing with the solar radiation. Now, what is solar radiation? The solar radiation is a term used to describe visible and near visible, like ultraviolet, infrared, etc., radiation emitted from the sun. The different regions are described by their wavelength ranging 0.2 to 4 micrometers. So, the sun is a hot sphere of gas heated by nuclear fission reaction at its center. Every second, the sun emits the total energy flux of about 4 into 10 to the power 23 kilowatt, out of which only a very small fraction reaching the earth. Solar radiation is the electromagnetic radiation emitted by the sun. The radiation can be converted into useful form of energy, such as heat and electricity, by different types of technologies. The electromagnetic radiations emitted by the sun shows a wide range of wavelength. It can be divided into major regions. First one, the ionizing region, that is X-ray, gamma ray are present in this region. Next one, non-ionizing region. Ultraviolet ray, visible and infrared radiations are present there. The highly ionizing radiation does not penetrate the Earth's atmosphere. Solar radiation has a spatial or wavelength distribution from short wavelength radiations, that is X-ray, gamma ray, etc., to long wavelength radiations. The different regions of the solar spectrum can be described by the range of their wavelength. The ranging of spectrum that is visible for human extend from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So sometimes it is also called the 200 nanometer to 400 nanometer, 380 nanometer to 780 nanometers. Now, the solar radiation is nothing but the energy radiated by the sun. The earth receives energy from the sun is form of electromagnetic radiations, that is visible light, infrared, ultraviolet, X-ray, and the radio waves that are emitted from the sun. The electromagnetic radiation travels through the space at a speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and each type of radiation is classified by frequency and their wavelength. The most intensive solar radiation is the wavelength region of the visible light. Intensity is reduced for any wavelength in the infrared region and very weak in the ultraviolet region. The spectrum at the Earth's surface is reduced from its intensity at the top of the atmosphere because of the absorption and scattering property of the atmospheric gases. The spectrum is like a piano keyboard. One end of the keyboard is the low note, while the other end is the high note. The same true for the electromagnetic spectrum. One end has the low frequency and the other end has high frequency region. Low frequency waves are low energy waves with long wavelength. The length of the wave is very long for a given period of time. These are things like TV, radio waves, whereas high frequency waves are high energy waves with shorter wavelength. That means length of the wave itself is very short for a given time period. These are things like gamma ray, X-ray, ultraviolet ray, etc. The frequency of the electromagnetic wave determines how much energy is carried. Electromagnetic waves that have longer wavelength and therefore lower frequencies carries much less energy than this shorter wavelength with a high frequency. This is why X-ray and ultraviolet ray can be dangerous for human bodies. They carry so much energy that if they enter your body, they can damage your cells and causes the serious problem like cancers and the deformation in TMA. Things like radio and other type of wave which carry much less energy don't affect our human bodies. Now, the visible light, which is known as the sunlight, so we see with our eyes, falls in the our atmosphere and the earth, and the spectrum we cannot see only others waves of the spectrum. So these are the optical radiation. The optical radiation, the what is called light. At first I am telling you that what is light. Light is an electromagnetic wave ranging 380 nanometer to 780 nanometer. So in our nature there are different types of wavelengths. Electromagnetic wavelengths are there. Some are visible and some are invisible. So when the all the electromagnetic wavelengths are specified, all the electromagnetic waves are specified with their wavelength. So that is very simple. There are different types of electromagnetic waves are present in our nature. Some are the artificial wave and some are the real wave. So when the wavelength in between 200 nanometer to 3000 nanometer, the range is called the optical radiation. That means that means the electromagnetic waves are specified with their wavelength. When the range of a wave in between 200 nanometer to 380 nanometer, that is called the ultraviolet ray. And in case of ultraviolet ray, the wavelength is very short, but the intensity of this wavelength is very high. So ultraviolet ray is very harmful for human body. It causes cancer and other type of diseases. When the wavelength in between 380 nanometer to 780 nanometer, then that is the visible light. So these are the definition of the light. That means we already discussed about that. The light is an electromagnetic wave ranging in between 380 to 780 nanometer. And when the wavelength is in between 780 nanometer to 3000 nanometer, then these are called the ultraviolet wavelength, or infrared wavelength. And these are the wavelength is very long, but the intensity is very low. So this type of waves are not very harmful for our human body. Now, the solar insolation. The solar radiation received for a flat horizontal surface at a specific location on the earth at a specific time. So the unit is watt per square meter. Now, types of solar radiations. Solar radiations are the following types: extraterrestrial solar radiation and the terrestrial solar radiation. Now, what is called the extraterrestrial and terrestrial solar radiation? Now, the terrestrial solar radiation, in these radiations, the solar radiation that reaches Earth's surface after passing through the Earth atmosphere is known as terrestrial radiation. A solar radiation passes through the Earth atmosphere. Ultraviolet rays, that is with shorter wavelength, are absorbed by the ozone in the atmosphere, and the infrared waves, that is longer wavelength, are absorbed by the carbon dioxide and in the atmosphere. Most of the energy received by the earth lies within the range 0.29 micrometer to 0.2.5. The dust, water vapor in the atmosphere scattered the radiations. A portion of the scattered radiation reaches the Earth's surface as diffuse radiation. The radiation which reaches the surface of the Earth consists of partly beam radiation or direct radiation and partly the diffused radiation. Now, the extraterrestrial radiation. Extraterrestrial radiation is the solar radiation outside the Earth atmosphere. The solar radiation incident on the outer atmosphere of the Earth is known as the extraterrestrial radiation. So, in this type of radiations, the area under the region of the is 99% of the solar radiation is obtained up to a wavelength of 4 micrometers. The ultraviolet region consisted of 8.73% of the total energy released by the sun. Visible range contains 38.15% and the infrared region contains 53.12% of the total energy. The earth revolves round the sun in elliptical orbit, so the distance between the sun and earth varies continuously. The extraterrestrial radiation thus occurs. The extraterrestrial solar radiation is entirely direct or beam radiation type. Now, the spectral distribution of the solar radiation. So these are the curve of spectral distribution of solar radiation, where the x-axis indicates wavelength in micrometer and y-axis indicates the power, that means solar irradiation. Unit is watt per meter square in micrometer. Now in this region, that is the shorter wavelength, ultraviolet, and it is the medium wavelength, that is the visible range, and these are the light ranging between 380 nanometer to 780 nanometer, and that is the longer wavelength, that is the infrared ray. So the intensity of the ultraviolet ray is very high and the intensity is comparatively low in case of infrared system. So the upper curve, which is indicated by the red color, is the wavelength distribution of the solar radiation above Earth's surface. Now this region is the solar constant region, and this region is the absorption of the wavelength by atmospheric gases, water vapors, carbon dioxide, etc. Now solar irradiation. Solar irradiation is the power per unit area received from the sun in the form of electromagnetic radiation in the wavelength range of the measuring instrument. Solar irradiation measured of how much solar power we have getting or our locations. The irradiation varies throughout the year depending on the season. It also varies throughout the day depending on the position of the sun in the sky, and the weather is also the main factor. Irradiation is measured of the solar power and defined as the rate at which the solar energy fall to the surface. The unit of solar power is the watt. In case of solar irradiation, we usually measure the power per unit area. So the unit of irradiation is watt per meter square. Now the solar insolation. The total amount of solar energy that fall over a given time is called the insolation. Insolation is measure of energy if the power of the sun added up over some time period. So these are the sunrise time, and these are the sunset time, and this is the noon time, and this is the curve, and this axis indicates the solar irradiation, that is watt per meter square, and this portion is the solar irradiation increasing mode, and that is the solar irradiation decreasing mode. So these are the position of the sun and irradiation throughout the day. So this curve is called the irradiation daily basis curve.